I'm such a stupid bitch. Like, really, like, why did I stay? Why did I tolerate that? Like,
What if God was one of us? Just as love like one of us.
I should have said no, but I said yes. And yeah, from there, everything just went downhill. It was like the minute I said yes, like the whole dynamics of our relationship just changed completely. Like it went like 360 degrees. Like this guy, all of a sudden, it's like I'd given him, I don't know what to say, because like he now wanted like my, it's extreme, but now that I think about it, like he wanted like to know how much I have in my bank, my Facebook password, my email password, my Instagram, my WhatsApp, like everything. Like I would go to see him, and the first thing he would take my phone and start checking through all my social media, all my messages, to see who is messaging me, who is doing this, who is doing that, who is talking to me. And at first it was like, okay. I mean, like his heart has been broken before, so he's just being, like insecure. So of course I wanted to make him secure, and I was like, anyway, I didn't have anything to hide, so I was like, well, okay, you can do that. You can check my phone, like there's nothing I'm hiding. Then he would show up randomly at my workplace just to make sure that I was at work. When I say I'm at work, like he doesn't trust me. And he made sure, like, even when I am in my accommodation, he would FaceTime me and like show me that you are in your room, show me like you are in your roommate is there. Oh, I had this Chinese roommate, God bless her heart, like she was so nice. And she was having also a relationship that was quite sour, and I think that's how we understood each other. Like she understood what I was going through. But I don't know, guys, how can I explain this? Like I know I'm not that kind of a person, but I just took this in a stride, and I was thinking, okay, like once he trusts me, then all this would stop. Like he would stop acting crazy, because he was acting really, really crazy and strange. So I was like, okay, I'm engaged to this guy, so I'm here for the long haul. So obviously I took that in. I was like, okay, fine. This is another side of him that I didn't know, but I understand where it came from. Like insecurity, he had told me what, like all of us, our hearts has been broken like at one point, and we have our insecurities. But this to me felt like it was on another level. But I was like, okay, like I don't know like how that was for him, but I chose to understand. Although my friends really didn't like him, like nobody liked him, like my friends, my family, everybody kept telling me like, how are you handling this guy? But to me, how can I say this? Like he had different personalities. Like there was this very childlike personality to him that was very playful, very carefree, and then there was this other personality of him that was like he had really bad tempers. Like he would, when he gets mad, he would break things. I remember one time he was so mad, he punched his bed and he broke it. And this other time, like he broke his laptop just out of anger. And And that anger was never directed to me, but to me, I was like, what? You know, because I'm not, I don't, I'm the kind of a person, like I get mad, but it's very quickly and it's not that versatile. It's not that crazy. So anyway, I kept ignoring these small red flags, you know, like and this other side of him, which was very obsessive, like he would, wow, now that I think about it, like I'm such a stupid bitch, like really, like why did I stay, why did I tolerate that, like, oh, anyway, so out of all this, uh me spending like my whole time with him and giving him access to my entire life was not enough. So he was like, okay, now I need you to quit your job and me and you look for a job so that we can work together and so that we can be together 24 hours, like in at work, accommodation, like everything. And I was like, okay, fine. So we applied to, there was a new hotel for seasons that was opening. Both of us applied and I ended up getting and he didn't. And I think at this time, like, part of me was starting to get a bit scared of him. Like, I didn't want to admit it to myself, but I was really, really scared of him. And to me, this was an opportunity to like get away. So when he found out that I got the job and he didn't, so obviously he tried to convince me to not take the job. It's like, I have people from my country who work there and they say they overwork you, they underpay you, this and this. He was trying to discourage me from taking the job. But I was like, no, I don't like the hotel I'm working in right now. Like, plus I found out, like, my friends that I thought they were my friends, I started a WhatsApp group so that they can talk about me, and that really hurt, guys. Like, that really, it was not nice. Like, here I am going through this and people who were supposed to be my friends are actually like starting a group just to talk about me. So I was like, you know what, no, I don't need this place, and I just needed like another fresh start. I needed to get out. So I ended up taking the job, and he was not happy at all because, first of all, where I had to live was very far and he couldn't come anytime he wanted, and he couldn't like control me the way he used to, because now there was like a bit of a distance. And this, I think, put him in a very, I don't know, he was really mad, and he ended up fighting with his boss at work and he got fired. So he had to look for another job. So when he looked for this other job, he is financially was not doing very well, because he used to like spending his money on like video games stuff. I don't know, I never understood what he used to do with his money, because he used to earn more than me. Obviously in Dubai it's very hard to save and stuff, but I actually used to plan the little salary that I got and just live comfortably, you know, without having to borrow money. But he, for some reason, he never used to, like, he was always broke. So when he got this new job, they were not paying for his accommodation. Like, it was just one of those very shitty jobs in Dubai, and he was in a very bad place. So here I am trying to be excited with my new job, and the accommodation that I moved to was amazing. But then, like, I can't be happy because he's miserable. So he used to come to my accommodation every single day that I was on my off day and spend the whole day like eating in my accommodation, like just enjoying the facilities. And at the end of the day, when it came time to go home, he would be like, I'm sorry, but I don't have transport to go back. Like, I only had like 20 dirham, which was enough to get him to where I am, but not enough to go back. So on top of this, I had to like again start supporting him financially with the salary that was not even, like, I was not earning enough, so I couldn't support him and me, which put further strain in the relationship, obviously. So after a few times that he kept coming in, this one time particularly, I don't know what we were fighting about, and it was very intense. It was very intense because that day I looked into his eyes and I can't describe what I saw. It was like looking into the eye of a storm, you know, like a storm brewing. I don't know how to describe it, but it just, like, I saw, this is funny to say, but I saw his soul. Like, I looked into his eyes and I saw his soul, and there was something there. I didn't see human, and that scared the shit out of me. I was like, no, like, this guy will, like, the way it is just going to snap and he's going to kill me and he's going to kill himself. Like, honestly, that's what I felt. And as a woman, please never violate your like your intuition, because they're never wrong. So that day I decided, you know what, no, this is it, like, this is enough. And I broke up with him. But I didn't break up with him like in person. I waited until he had left because I was afraid of what he would do. So I waited for him to go, and then I broke up with him through a text. I know how bad that sounds, but I was scared for my life. So I made sure, like, I blacked him out. Like, I left Facebook. I deleted my Facebook account and blocked him on Instagram. I started like another Facebook because I was scared. I was so scared. Like, even at work, when I used to go at work, I was scared that he was going to show up. He was going to show up and he was going to kill me. Let's just say those last months in Dubai were miserable to me. I was miserable. I was scared and I was miserable. So finally, what changed my life is when my sister came to visit, and when she told me that my dad had sent her to take me home, I broke down. I cried. I was like, oh my god, like, this is my sign. Like, this, I didn't need to like hear it again. Like, that is just the sign that I needed. And I was like, done. I handed in my resignation the next day, and I quit my job and I gave my notice, and I was going home. So I don't know how he found out that I was actually going back home, because all of a sudden, like, I was getting these messages from this strange number and these strange people on Facebook that were claiming to be his friends, and they're saying that he loves me and he wants to speak to me again, like, he is sorry and blah blah and this and this. So I was like, nope. So oh my god, I am actually thinking about this and I'm thinking how stupid I was. So this one night, like, it was the last day before I left, the second last day before I left, I get this call from a girl I used to work with. She was kind of my friend, but now that I think about it, probably she was not my friend. I don't know. It's very hard to figure people out in Dubai. So this girl calls me and is like, girl, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. And she's like, have you heard from Moses? I'm like, nope, I have not, and I didn't, and I don't want to. Then she's like, you know what? That guy really loves you. He really, really, really loves you. Like, I know this for sure. Like, I've talked to him. He's miserable. Blah 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 blah. He just wants to say goodbye to you before you leave Dubai. Like, he knows that you're leaving Dubai, and he wants to say goodbye to you. And it's like, I swear it's changed, blah 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 this. And you know what? Obviously I didn't want to leave like in without closure. And I was like, probably I'll not see him again. And I needed closure, he needed closure, we both needed closure, we needed to finalize this thing. And I spoke to this girl at length, and I listened to her, and I was like, you know what? I'll just see him this one last time, and that's it. Like, he's just getting one chance with me, and that's it. I'm going home. Then she's like, fine. So she gives me a number, his number. I don't know how we ended up communicating, but like the last night I was in Dubai, I ended up seeing him that last day. And when I saw him, like I don't know if that was like pretense or what, but it was totally a different person. Like, he was a different person from that person that I saw that night, like that day when I broke up with him. Like, he had his shit together. He had found another job, and he was the manager of this other bar. And like, that storm or whatever I saw in his eyes was gone, and he just seemed to like have his shit together. And he apologized for what he put me through and this and that. And let's just say I fell for it again. Yeah, call me stupid bitch, because I am. So I fell for it again. But obviously I was not going to stay in Dubai. I was going home. So I was like, okay, so I'm still going back home. So if this is going to go on, it's going to be definitely like long distance. So we can talk through the phone, obviously, because I didn't just want to like jump back into it without like first seeing if he really changed. So I was like, okay, if it's true, if really changed, we are going to do this long distance. I'm going to still go home, and we're going to communicate and see how it goes. Like, see if we can give this a second shot. Then he was like, yeah, it's okay, it's fine, I have no problem with it. So he actually genuinely looked like he was okay. Like, he was finally, he finally understood what went wrong, and he was willing to like give it a second go, and this time in a normal way. So I was like, okay, let's give it a second shot. And I remember we had such a nice lovely evening. And the next day he escorted me back to the airport, and I boarded my plane, and it was happy family again. Like, we were, can I just say, I don't, how is this? Not good. This makeup makeup takes forever to do it. And do I like this lip color? I don't know. Yeah, so when I left Dubai, we were back together again, and do we like that? I don't know. I like it. I think I like it. I don't know. So anyway, this story is obviously quite long and it has to be 2 parts. So stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow of what happened after I got back to Kenya. See you next Wednesday. And hopefully, like my period would definitely be over and I would be in good mood, and hopefully it won't be like an hour video like today, but see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and don't share the video, please don't. Bye. Oh.